It's Trish with your weekly horoscope for November 25th through December 1st. Now, as I'm filming this, it's the 23rd, and yesterday was Thanksgiving. It was really nice. Really nice and really calm. I can't believe it. I guess we got lucky, didn't we? All right, so last week Mars squared Jupiter, and that kind of fought enlightenment a little bit, and it caused some inner turmoil. The sun entered Sagittarius, bringing back hope. The full moon was in Gemini at 0 degrees, highlighting communication and travel and a newfound intelligence. And Neptune went direct, pointing to transcendence or denial for some. This week, the sun conjuncts Jupiter and Mercury. Mercury conjuncts Jupiter, and that's aiding the creation of new beliefs. There is a cardinal cross in the skies, and that's prompting action and focused intent over power issues, power and control issues. Venus opposes Uranus and squares both the north and the south nodes, signifying a fated event is about to happen. Mercury retrograde re-enters Scorpio, bringing clarity to our inner joy and what beliefs make us happy. It's a time to reach for the stars and visit them. We're being led to our path and guided towards our divine purposes. You decide. It's all about what energy you focus on. You can be the victim or you can be the victor. This week's going to be a long one. It's actually 3 pages long just because there's so much information and a couple things I've added in there just because of their timing. Okay, so I'll try to talk fast. Sunday, the moon is still in Cancer with wonderful, romantic, sensitive energy. Receptivity to healing is boosted as Mars, Neptune, and Chiron all buddy up in Pisces, promoting healing and taking action towards healing and finding inner tranquility. Humanity is an added measure of hope, sponsored by the Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury, all buddying up in Sagittarius. Neptune just went direct, shifting internal spirituality to an external showing. You're now being activated and connecting to the collective and verbalizing and acting in faith. Some will go the other way and become delusional or confused, or they might turn to drugs or alcohol to escape. Some will experience super psychic activity, downloads, or boosts to their clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, clair whatever, and any fill-in-the-blank abilities. You could now be experiencing a lot of dreams or visions. Could be nightmares with some, but these nightmares are exactly what needs to come up so we can heal from them and the way we've imprisoned ourselves with our own thinking and beliefs. Excuse me. With the Sagittarius component, it's about joyful wisdom and the enlightenment process. Break through the illusions and focus on mercy for yourself. We can be our own worst critics. Trust in the process and reclaim your power by releasing the feelings of powerlessness. Okay, follow your dreams and crusade away for self-awareness and self-mastery, but be wary of wasting energy on lost causes, even if it's one of your causes. It's time to know when to let go and let Goddess. Where was I? I lost myself. Oh, okay. The collective is currently in the process of recognizing and putting our energies into personal transformation, growth, and ascension. You could be popular and lucky at this time. And there is attention and focus being directed towards making progress, whether you like it or not. Or you could be getting attention and gifts because people recognize your wisdom and generosity. Numbers for that day, 7 and 20. Now, I think I tell you guys, it's an 11 universal year. It is at 11 month, but it's also a 13 universal month. Previously, I said 22. They're all the energy of 4, but there's a difference here. The 13 is about alchemy, and I felt everybody adds their numbers differently when it comes to the universal year. So some people come out with 22, and some people came out with 13. Initially, I said 22, which is about peace, grounding, and manifestation. But I think at this point, we are taking advantage of the alchemy, these chemical transformations, and that's basically what it is. So I feel this more so aligns with what is going on in the stars. So 11, 13, the process of chemical alchemy, making transformations. That's speaking or going towards your stability. Okay, this is like triple manifestation powers. We also have 2 3s, which is about communication, ideas, joy, um, fertility ideas. Okay, then we have a 7, which is psychic downloads, and a 20, which is harmony, teamwork, working together, and trusting in the universe. Okay, so I'm only going to tell you that once, 11 and 11, 13, and then after that, I'm just going to give you the numbers of the day, excuse me, the date, and the degrees of additional transits. Monday, we find the moon in Leo, hailing confidence and boosting self-esteem. There's a fun, loving, outgoing, magnetic warmth that's being exuded as we're extremely hospitable to new ideas. We're open. We all love being wanted, admired, and loved, and can inspire other people to do their best. You lead the way with a broad-minded perspective, and you act quickly, passionately, and with authority. You will have little sympathy for petty and narrow people. There is a focus on the way we communicate to others, and with Mercury in retrograde, miscommunication and misunderstandings are bound to happen. So check your facts and do your research before you proceed or speak. There could be a lot of ideas brewing up in that active head of yours, and it could cause inner conflicts and emotional sensitivity. You could feel kind of lazy or possibly stuck because you're anxietied out. There is attention or focus to your unfiltered personal expression or recognition for being the messenger of truths. Two different sides, right? Two different perspectives. Okay, numbers for that day: 8, 21, 5, and 5. Okay, so 21 is about expressing yourself, speaking your truth, living in authenticity. 8 is about leadership, legacy, leaving a lasting impression. And 5 is about surprises, confidence, a gift, change. What else? Healthy self-esteem, boundaries. But we've got 2 5s here, so that's heralding some huge changes and the communication of making changes that will last a lifetime. Tuesday brings a question of how can I get my happy back? Also, the energy and equal exchange of it in regards to money is going to be coming up again. You could be talking about or communicating recent enlightenments to someone. You could also be happily crusading for your beliefs. If you already believe in luck and the power of attraction, you could be just voicing your intentions. You're gaining clarity in the wisdom of believing you deserve good things. You already know the truth that living in gratitude comes from accepting the reality of our own creation. Posing another question: what do I want to create for myself in my newly found authenticity? Looking forward to the future of your choosing. There could be a trauma or a loss related to women and or children. Some of you may feel like your needs aren't being met and communicate this in an impulsive way. Remember to respond and not react, as your partner is fully aware of their shortcomings. The hardest thing one will ever have to do is confront and face themselves, and it can be painful since we are our own worst critics. Own it, forgive yourself, and move on. Free that space up for new, more loving, compassionate feelings towards yourself. Have mercy. Numbers for that day: 9, 22, 4, and 4. So we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 4s. Okay, jackpot, moving towards stability. We are closing out a cycle in something, and it's manifesting peace for us, and it's giving us stability. So that's definitely a change there with the 4 numbers, with the 4 4s. Okay, that's solidified. Wednesday brings a newfound happiness and understanding with ourselves. Our cups begin to fill up and spill over, creating extra loving and compassionate energy that you can now share with others, especially in love relationships. A day to experience happiness and hope inside and out. As above, so below. Thank your stars for the guidance, and don't forget to thank yourself for the inner wisdom you worked so hard to get to. Numbers for that day: 10, 13, and 14. So we have a little bit of forward movement, completing a cycle, trusting in the universe, and brand new beginnings. And you might be reaching out to people on Facebook or communicating to someone. 14 is the number of social media. Okay, so you might be, expressing your love that day, showing people that you've transformed by having a different attitude, being grateful, and spreading that energy of gratitude. Thursday, the moon is in Virgo. This is a time to get organized. You're feeling like you're feeling your responsibilities for yourself and your situation. You seek the truth of the matter, and in order to protect your health, body, mind, and soul, you must do everything in moderation. Your mind is on long-term security, and you literally and figuratively start cleaning house with your newfound sense of order. Use your common sense and don't overexert yourself, even if you've been procrastinating. Just take your time and help take care of persons, places, or things that need tending to. Or at the very least, create that to-do list while you relax, seeing as mental energy is at work and physical energy could be low. Now that day we have triple 11, okay? So not only do we have the manifestation portal, but you are moving to transform by taking care of your needs, doing what you love, and taking care of others. And to me, it's the sixth card. It's a victory. Okay, it's the Six of Wands, which is victory and conquering something. It's a win. Friday heralds an outstanding energy. Venus opposes Uranus and squares both the north and the south node. So someone could be expressing that they're not happy with their choice of partners in the relationship. Maybe they're feeling that the work is a little too hard and want to take the easy way out. Someone could need some serious space, and possibly for selfish motivations. There could be a huge meltdown because timelines are colliding, merging, and or collapsing. This is a time when the past and the future come together, and we are forced to choose whether we want to live in the past or continue to create the future by being present. If you choose to stay in the past, your future's already been decided. Groundhog Day for you. You can expect more of the trauma from the past to merge back into your timeline. If, and only if, you confront and release these things, will you be fully present in order to create the future. Someone is not happy. You will find that you're vulnerable again, but in a very different place than previously experienced. And if you can take responsibility for your role in your current reality, you can shed the baggage by just accepting it. It's a classic me versus we. Do you want to be loveless and free? Would you truly love yourself more? Or is it just easier to not have to do the work? It's time to make space for the love life you truly want and let go of the ones that didn't work out. You are holding your own, compromising and remaining independent at the same time, although some will have challenges with codependency. If you are truly in love, you will be recognizing the freedom within the relationship as well as the benefits of compromise. Sometimes old habits die hard, and it's time to grow up and find a new way to attract love, as your appeal is outdated and you find that the old ways of interacting, your old approaches aren't working for you anymore. Okay, these old ways of thinking and acting are being purged, and whatever you used to hide about yourself is now being brought out into the open, okay, to be disposed of. And now you'll be living and acting authentically instead of hiding behind the mask that's been created. You need to change your mojo for the better and to create better results. Have confidence in who you truly are and stop with the self-doubt already. And don't let too much pleasure distract you from your purpose. These Venus transits are forming a grand cardinal cross in the skies. Cross requires action, and this is in the area of power and abuse and leadership. Okay, this is a call to bring balance and justice to those who govern and rule over, and to be more humane in our own positions of authority. Okay, this can give some the feeling of being trapped by circumstances, or you may already been feeling that. That's the reason for this. Or to be stubborn and inflexible in personality. Some will suffer a lifetime of multiple conflicts, each crisis being triggered by the next. It's like a chain reaction. The cross pulls you in different directions, and sometimes it can produce spectacular successes or equally stunning failures. It gives an individual the power to focus intently on one goal. It lends strength, demands balance, demands negotiation, and a need to direct the powerful energy to work together instead of cross purposes. How can you make this work? There is more of the node switch, energy coming in. The Freaky Friday switch, the nodes going into North Node going into Cancer and the South Node going into Capricorn, switching up the energy and switching up situations for people that they're not used to. Very, very interesting. I call it the Freaky Friday switch, okay? That is going to put an emphasis, that's also in the cardinal cross. That's what's crossing with Venus and whatever I was talking about. I forgot already. But anyways, it's putting an emphasis on understanding the divine feminine energy better, okay? And walking a mile in each other's shoes will let us get a clearer picture, a clearer perspective about where we've been and where we're choosing to go. Numbers for that day is, whew, all right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 4 29s, okay? We already have 11, 11, and 13, so we're manifesting transformations to create stability, okay? So 29, 29, 29, 29, and the 2 11s, that's basically 6 11s. Both of you guys are achieving a victory, so it's literally a win-win situation. Wow, these are critical degrees where something has to happen, and it's happening. The transformation is happening. The day and date numbers are 3 and 7, so this is about ideas, communication, joy. It's a fertile time. The 7 is psychic downloads, intuitive moments, sudden realizations. It could have something to do with the dreams and the visions that you've been getting also with all this planets and Neptune. Saturn, Mercury re-enters Scorpio. Now, it re-enters Scorpio at 1:11 a.m. And I want to note this because the 1:11, the 3 wands, to me is like the 3 of wands, okay? Entering the portal and not knowing which direction to go. It's a new beginning. Where do I start? Okay, so Mercury re-entering Scorpio is a time when we'll be digging deep for the things that are hidden, our hidden motivations, getting to the root of our demons. We will be asking ourselves, why am I like this? How do I really feel about myself? How are people truly seeing me? And do my actions reflect my feelings? Am I doing all the talking or am I listening? Am I fully present and listening, or have I already made judgments in which I have an automatic reaction? There'll be a lot of thinking, negotiating, and planning. Just a second. Okay, I apologize. So there will be thinking, negotiating, and planning with yourself, talking yourself into responding instead of automatically reacting, okay? Preemptory strike, guys. At the same exact moment at 1:11 a.m., the moon in Virgo is opposing Chiron retrograde in Pisces, and you will find yourself wanting to help people heal, but not wanting to enable them, all the while nurturing and supporting all attempts to heal or gain closure. You'll be wanting to help and guide others to find inner peace at the same time, knowing that they have to do it, but also be prepared to have their back in giving them a safe place to heal and expressing themselves. Or you could be seeing how caring for others' needs too much hinders our own process of self-mastery and closure. Baggage makes us all uncomfortable, but it needs to be aired so those old wounds can heal for good, and you can be finally relieved of that burden. Exhausting mental work. And then the moon moves into Libra. This is a sign of harmony and balance as well as partnership. So you're open and feeling independent, although you are happier and excel better in coupledom. Your ability to get along will be enhanced as you can see that there are different perspectives. The trick is to accept it. You love with your head and not your heart, as your emotional nature could be a bit calculated. But you need security and reassurance and someone who is mentally compatible more than sexually compatible. You're able to make adjustments to get along easier. Yet another opportunity for self-respect as you make better choices this time consciously while the synchronicities cheer you on. You are headed in the right direction, getting a grip on the past and recognizing that being vulnerable enough to talk about the past and feeling safe enough to start afresh with your partner, it's going to help you build your future. Welcome to the present. All right, you guys, I'm not even going to read the bad stuff. There's all kinds of stuff. All right, you know what? I'll read it. Being possessive, moody, critical, self-pitying, nagging, unwanted attention, nerves, anxiety, restriction, feeling trapped. There could be flirting. Someone could be addicted to attention, self-indulgent, self-centered, conceited, overbearing, bullying, egotistical, bossy, jealous, and possessive, and overbearing. Vanity, drawn to luxuries, draining, inner conflict or tension, restlessness, rigid in opinion, emotionally sensitive, having no filter. I know that one. Trauma or loss related to a feminine or child. Your needs are not being met. Impulsivity, impatience, dissatisfaction, awareness of personal deficits and or weaknesses, confronting and facing ourselves, harsh critical self-judgments, analysis paralysis, being critical, high-strung, standoffish, argumentative, hypochondriac, a touch of neuroticy, being judgmental, afraid of your own anger, feeling vulnerable, living in the illusion of calm and stability, control issues, control period, skepticism, overexertion, aggression, selfishness, abuse of power, being stubborn, suffering multiple conflicts, crisis triggering other crises, cross purposes, failures, distractions and detours to your path. Wow, what the heck? Being blocked from your purpose, additional lessons of sacrifice besides your specific karma. Love could thwart your purpose. You could be distracted by pleasure. You could be doubting yourself or not having confidence in yourself. There's confusion, delusion, denial, illusion, there could be death, your shadow side, obsessions, jealousy, vindictiveness. You could be nasty or sarcastic. You could be indecisive, self-indulgent, dependent, frivolous, changeable. You may have to relive and improve upon the past. Old wounds and emotional baggage may come up. Physical symptoms or issues with the physical parts of your body. You may experience some issues with your stomach, digestive system, body fluids, lymph glands, your middle section area, your circulatory system, heart, spine, thighs, sciatic nerves, hips, arteries, liver, intestines, assimilative system, I don't know, Google it. Male sex organs, your eliminative system, Google that too. Your kidneys, your female sex organs, your skin, and your adrenal glands. Okay, guys, so for this one, I wanted to do an oracle card pull. Just one card along with your horoscope. And there it is. There it went flying. Okay. Trying to make this quick. We are on 23 minutes and 7 seconds. What do we got here? Malie, calm. When you listen to the quiet, you capture the breath of life. There is power and lessons in tranquility. Close your eyes for clarity. Use your intuition to seek guidance. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, don't forget to meditate. You know that 10-second rule. Breathe and don't say anything for 10 seconds before you act or say something. Okay, take it to heart. We need to practice responding and not reacting, right? Okay, guys. See you guys next week. Until next time.